The following portion of Daytime is sponsored by Older, Lundy, Alvarez, and Koch.
Something we've heard a lot about in the news and in pop culture recently is conservatorships. It's a mysterious legal topic, and joining us to explain what conservatorships actually are and how they were intended to be used is Michael Lundy, managing partner at Older, Lundy, Alvarez, and Koch. Michael, thanks so much for joining us. We appreciate your time.
Thank you. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
This has been a big topic. I would like to know more about it. Can you clarify, after the things that we've heard on the news about Britney Spears and her conservatorship, what conservatorships are usually supposed to be?
Typically, it is something that is used when somebody is not able to make decisions for themselves. This is a judicial process where a court appoints somebody called a conservator whose job it is to come in and make critical decisions for the person who is incapacitated or otherwise unable to make those choices for themselves.
Mm-hmm. And what's a common circumstance that would usually lead to one?
And a common circumstance, probably the most common circumstance, is when somebody is mentally incapacitated. You see patients who suffer from dementia, for example, might need a conservator, or somebody who is unable because they've been very seriously injured or there's some other major problem. Somebody would be able to come in and help take care of their affairs.
And are they that common?
I would not describe them as common, right? These are reserved for situations where a person is simply not capable of making their own choices or taking care of their own affairs.
Mm-hmm. And should they be used more often in the appropriate setting? Do you feel that there need to be more of them?
It's really a kind of a dangerous type of thing to say should be used more often. To me, this is something that should be reserved for special circumstances. I think the Britney Spears stuff that we're hearing about in the news right now is extraordinary. To have somebody her age, with her earning capacity, not be able to make her own choices about some of the simple decisions in her life is fairly extraordinary. So this really is something that should be reserved for special sets of circumstances.
Mm-hmm. And if anyone who's watching at home feels like a conservatorship is appropriate for their situation, how is the way that your firm would be able to help them?
The best place to start is at our website, olalaw.com, and you can reach us at 813-254-8998.
Mm-hmm. And what are some services that you can assist and provide for them in order to figure out this conservatorship?
Well, in addition to addressing issues of conservatorship, we also address all the other things that we can often see in that regard. You know, things like probate, estate planning, trying to get ahead of some of these issues and make sure that in the event somebody is unable to take care of their own affairs at a future date, they've appointed somebody that they know and trust to take care of some of those things. That's probably the best way to avoid a situation like we've seen in the news.
That makes sense. All right, Michael Lundy, thanks much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Everybody, like you mentioned earlier, for more information, you can visit olalaw.com or you can call 813-254-8998. In Daytime, we'll be right back.
The preceding portion of Daytime was sponsored by Older, Lundy, Alvarez, and Koch.